Hey everybody, and welcome back to more Pokemon SoulSilver. Last time, we faced off against Sudowoodo, caught a Sudowoodo, we're not using it on the team, and today we're going to head closer on to Ecruteak City and explore a little bit of the things that we skipped out on the way here. So, we actually won't be in Ecruteak for very long because I have a few things, optional things actually, that I want to show on the way here. But first, there's a double battle, and I want to show double battles because they're fun, they're interesting, and there's Tori and Till. For some reason, when I hear that, I think of the fairy from Majora's Mask. I believe it's is it Tattle? Tail? I don't know, it's one or the other. But they have a Heracross and a Mareep, or Heracross and Mareep. They have a Meryl and a Mareep, and I'm cooler than them because my Mareep has already evolved, and I don't use a Meryl. I like Meryl. I don't like a Zoomerl, though. I don't dislike it. I just think Meryl as a design is way cuter than a Zoomerl, and whatever its pre-evolution is called, I can't remember, so, yeah. But I do love, I love double battles. They're so fun. I think you can definitely do overkill on them, but still, they're fun. I'm trying to use Endure here because I don't really want Heracross to touch that Mareep because that Mareep probably has static on it, and I don't want to get Heracross paralyzed. I know we're about to reach a city anyway, but even then I still want to be careful to make sure I don't accidentally, you know, get shot. Yeah, I don't know where I was going. Paralyzed. There you go. When I'm doing these LP parts, there are times where, like, my brain, I think, just literally freezes. Or gets paralyzed, I guess. It just stops running, and I just keep talking until I just don't know what else to say. Now, here's a quite interesting double battle. Wigglytuff and Clefable. Both pretty decent Pokemon. I definitely think Clefable's a lot better than Wigglytuff, but not bad. Heracross is really going to come in handy here because we have Brick Break now, and these two are, at the time in Gen 4, still normal types. When Gen 6 would come around, however, they would be fairy types, so yeah. I actually like Wigglytuff more than I like Jigglypuff, I'll say. I think Wigglytuff's kind of adorable. And Quilava is just ranking these levels up. He's already level 21, he's in the legal drinking age now. You know, really good. And we have Flame Wheel, and oh my god, Flame Wheel's so good. But you gotta be careful with this thing's Metronome, because it can do Signal Beam and random moves like that. Signal Beam isn't gonna do anything to Quilava, because it's a fire type, and Suin's a bug type move, but still, you gotta be careful, because that sounds like, I've seen this thing get like earthquakes out, and it's just kind of awesome. But we really don't have anything to worry about. These guys are low level compared to us, and we have Heracross here, and if I ever need a backup, I always have Flaffy, and I could, if I had to, I could always use the Spearow that we got from that guy. But it does have Double Slap, and Double Slap can be annoying because I think Double Slap can hit up to 5 times, I believe. I don't think it's very good, though. And I know this is just the AI doing this, but I always wonder why in Pokemon games you get trainers who use the same, like, Pokemon, but, like, 3 different times. So, like, you fought, like, a Rocket Grunt in Gen 1, and they just have, like, 3 Zubats. Or something. Or, like, not even that. Let's take into account, like, these countries who have, like, one... Okay, so they obviously do double battles a lot. So they're obviously teaming up quite a bit. And one of them has... Well, each trainer has a Clefable and a Wigglytuff. Now, why would you have the same Pokemon for both in battle if you're trying to be, like, a Pokemon League champion? I don't think it'd be smart. And yes, I know there are people who do full Magikarp runs, so I know that. But, like... Being, like, in the... I'm looking far too into this, I know. But, like, let's just take into account. Like, you have 3, Spearow. I don't know. Bidoof. Bidoof's a better example. I know Bidoof could use Judgment and just level a Pokemon field, or especially the gym leagues, because they're pathetic, but still. Is it smart to have 3 Bidoof and try to become a Pokemon Master with it? In terms of, like, actually being a character in these seasons? No, it's not. But what do I know? But we want to head back here because there's actually a little area here that, I mean, I never covered on the way here. But we're going to cover... Okay, we're doing the Are we doing the dome first, or are we doing something else? I don't remember what we're doing. I know... I can't remember which one to do first. Okay. So, on particular days, you can come here to the National Park and you can do the bug catching contest. This can only be done on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. So, with the bug catching contest, the main gist of what you're going to be doing, and I know, well, should I wait? Well, you're going to be given 20 sports balls here. So what we're going to be doing is you're going to be going into a contest to catch the highest level bug-type Pokemon. Whoever comes out with the highest level bug-type Pokemon will have a prize, basically, is what I'm trying to get at. This is a pretty good place to actually try and do this because you can get certain high-level bug types like Scyther, and this is honestly the place you're going to be able to get a Scizor at if you can train it up and evolve with a metal coat. And you can get other stuff too, like we have a Metapod here if you want a Butterfree. You can get Beedrills. I don't think you can get Heracross. I think you can only get Heracross with the tree trick, and that's about it. But you can get some decent bug types here, so I recommend it, especially for the Scizor. Scizor is really good. But since we are here in the National Park, I actually want to talk about what the National Park is based off of. So the National Park is based off of the Expo Park in Osaka, Japan. This park's really famous. Well, it's a really famous monument, and it has one called... Let me read this. It is a really famous park and has a monument called the Tower of the Sun, which is a really cool name. But, yeah. As I brought up, though, you can only come to the bug catching contest on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Gen 2 has a lot of that stuff, so there's a certain cave later on if you visit, I believe, on Fridays. It has a different aspect to it. I'll say that. I'll show that later on, but, yeah. This place is sort of like, I don't want to say it's super similar to the Safari Zone, but the idea of coming and catching Pokemon in it is kind of similar, but you can catch as many bug types as you want. The thing is, though, if you catch a new bug type, you have to swap it for your old one. Like here, we have a Beedrill, and Beedrill's not an awful Pokemon for the early game. It's not something I would use for the entire game, but it's not terrible. Honestly, you could probably use Beedrill up until at least, say, the 6th gym, and I think you'd be okay. But, I mean, honestly, with these Pokemon games, you can use whatever Pokemon you want and still win. There are people, like I said, who do Magikarp runs and stuff. It's anything is possible. I've seen people do Shuckle runs, and it's insane. It's awesome to do that. But, if you're actually wanting to play, like, kind of serious, I don't recommend using Beedrill. I honestly, when I say this, I do mean it. If you want a good bug type, I really recommend either the Heracross line or the Scizor line. Both are really good. Now, later gens, you can definitely work a lot more with bug types, I'd say. Because you got, like, the Valgantula line. I can't think of its name, but the Pokemon that Guzma uses. Stuff like that, you can work with it. But I ended up, you can do this for, I think, about 20 minutes. And you can end it early. I ended up finding a level 14 Butterfree, so that's when I'm going to go. So I'm really curious on how I'm going to do, even though I recorded this part a long time ago. And somehow Samuel won with a Weedle. I have a level 14 Butterfree, which is its 3rd stage. This dude caught a Weedle and won. How is that possible? Oh, no, he didn't win. He got 3rd place. Sorry, a guy caught a Scyther. My bad. And won. I was about to say, that doesn't make sense. But yeah, we'll get an Everstone by winning. You can actually find quite a few items out here in the National Park. I am not going to list all of them, but just for a couple examples. You can get TM28 Dig, Full Heals, Shiny Stones, a Nugget, Quick Claws, a Soothe Bell. I recommend getting the Soothe Bell if you can because it can help boost your Pokemon's happiness. Stuff like that. And talking about me catching a Beedrill, actually. In the anime, Ash actually caught a Beedrill here, but he gives it away. But because I caught a Butterfree and I want to do something with it, I'm going to do it to my friend Richie because I don't have a good reason. I just wanted to catch a Butterfree and nickname it something. So Richie, that's for you. See ya. Youngster Joe is calling. Probably want to talk about shorts or something. I don't know. Talking about Weedles. There's Weedle. I don't really get the Weedle love. I've always been more of a Caterpie guy over Weedle, but that's just me. I guess talking about Richie and that, last time I talked to him, he was talking to me about that Bug Snacks game. We were playing a game where you have to capture bugs. So it's kind of the same thing, I guess, as Bug Snacks. I haven't played Bug Snacks. It looks fun, but I just haven't played it. So I'm actually going to do here's a bit of a trick. So like the Pokemon Center is a decent amount away and I don't want to run all the way back. So what I'm doing is I put my hair across in the box and I put him immediately back in my party. He will be healed. So if you ever do that's a nice little trick to use, I guess. But yeah, I'm not going to be using Sudowoodo. I just don't really have interest in using Sudowoodo. It's not a bad Pokemon. It's not the Pokemon I want for my team. It does have, like I said, it's a pure rock type, so it would come in handy for, like, bug and, flying types and stuff, but still. And this guy's a new character. He's going to tell us about the Pokeathlon. And this is a new addition to, Heart Gold and Soul Silver. He also has a Poliwrath. Now, Poliwrath looks really chunky in this, sprite. So yeah, he's going to tell us about how to be a Poke athlete. This guy's name is Magnus. Magnus sounds like such a athlete name. I don't know what it is about Magnus, but when I hear that name, I just think of a big, strong dude who like bench presses all the time. And, you know, probably goes to the Salty Splatoon. How tough are ya? Stuff like that. But yeah. The Pokeathlon, though, is, like I said earlier, a new addition to the Heart Gold and Soul Silver games. It was not in Soul Silver or Crystal. Soul Silver or Crystal. It was not in Silver, Gold, or Crystal. And it's kind of like a little mini-game thing to help raise your Pokemon stats and stuff. I am going to be straight up honest when I say this. I have played through Soul Silver at least 10 times. And this is probably my 11th. I could be wrong on that number. I've played through this game so many times, I don't actually know. But, this is the second time I've ever done, the Pokeathlon stuff. And it's mostly that I just don't find the Pokeathlon interesting, so this is going to be interesting to see, and I will warn you now, I feel it's going to be really unprofessional, but you're going to see my mouse cursor a lot because I'm using an emulator. This is a minigame thing that you need the DS touchscreen for, and doing this with the, how do I put this, a mouse and keyboard is a lot harder than I thought it would be. So we're going to be doing a speed course, so we want the fastest Pokemon we got. I don't really have any fast Pokemon besides the Spearow I have in the party, and that's it. So it's going to be interesting. So, like I brought up earlier, we're going to be doing minigames here. And this is to boost stats, and you can get items and stuff with it. You can actually get some decent items with it, but you'll be doing 3 sets of minigames. And I am going to say this here. I think these are a poor man's Mario Party's DS minigame. And as someone who owns Mario Party DS and doesn't think it's god-awful, it's kind of okay, they're not great. So the main objective, which you do is you see my mouse here, is you're wanting to try and move your Pokemon here to jump over these bars. So if you've ever seen like athletic events, especially like running stuff, they have to jump over these bars while running, get a full head of steam, and you jump so you don't fall. This is really hard to do with a mouse and keyboard, I think, and it shows. However, my Spearow's in second place. Flaffy's trying to catch up. Poor Quilava in the back is just not having any part of it. It is much easier with a DS, like, touchscreen. I cannot stress that enough, but, yeah. This is kind of pathetic and sad, I know, but I debated on not even showing this, because I knew it wouldn't add anything, but because I love this game so much, I do want to try and show everything possible that I can. I thought, I have to show this. I feel genuinely sad, because, like, in the past few years, I've gotten really into exercising a lot more, and especially running and stuff. And I can't even do this stuff correctly. I have the reflex skills of a dead deer, probably, which is kind of sad. I'm a pretty fast person when I run, and I have a pretty good stamina, and I can do exercises quite well, but making them gains on Ring Fit Adventure, but I cannot actually do these at all. I actually don't know what you're supposed to... Like, I know the purpose. You're supposed to be getting these flags, but with a keyboard and mouse, it's so hard. So once again, I do apologize for how bad I do in the Pokeathlon. I'm probably not giving a good example of what you're really supposed to do, but I don't really have another better way of doing this, so yeah. I feel so unprofessional. Because, like, what you're meant to be doing is, like, pointing at certain things that your Pokemon will go to and try to get the flag, but my mouse just was not doing it with this Spearow for some reason, so I'm just getting destroyed over and over again at this minigame. Spearow's trying his best, though. I'll give him credit. Not really, but I'll give him credit. I will say, though, that these events do kind of remind me. I brought up the Mario Party DS minigames, and they are kind of like a poor man's Mario Party DS minigame. I would rather play Mario Party DS over playing these things, but still. The DS Pokemon games, though, were kind of interesting, where they always try to make these little event things you can do on the side, so, like, in this game, you can do, like, the Pokeathlon. I don't remember what it was in Pokemon Black and White 1, but I know in Black and White 2, they added the, like, movie thing you can do. Stuff like that. I appreciate them trying to add in these new things, because I feel like current Game Freak wouldn't do it. But, yeah, they're not the best. These are kind of like doing laps, so if you've ever seen, like, I think they're called triathlons, what more they are. You're just running constantly till your Pokemon gets tired and then swapping out, and you're trying to get to the finish line as fast as possible. Spearow's definitely the best one I got, so you can switch throughout the time until your Pokemon gets tired. You'll see little, like, sweat beads pop up for them to show, like, they're getting, you know, tired. It's a neat little thing, I guess, but they'll eventually, like I said, get sleepy and you tucker out. Look at Quilava, though. The Chad Quilava. He made it to lap 3. But now it's up to Spearow, our good bird. I wonder how this works. So it looks like Spearow is running with its little feet when Spearow can fly. Why doesn't it just do that? Also, what would happen if you get, like, a really fast Pokemon to do this? Like, let's say Sonic the Hedgehog was a Pokemon. It would just win automatically. But yeah, I'm not the best at these. You really do need a DS touch stylus thing for this. It's just hard to do on a mouse and keyboard, I'd argue. Well, more with a mouse, but still. But yeah, these do remind me, like I said, of the Mario Party DS, but they're also quite similar to the Pokemon Stadium minigames. Obviously, the Pokemon Stadium minigames are much better as well. The Pokemon Stadium minigames are really fun. I love those a lot. Like, the Magikarp, like, bouncing up and down one's really fun. The Lickitung ones are really fun, too. Especially the first Stadium game, I think, had the better ones. Stadium 2 has some fun minigames, but Stadium 1's minigames are such a good time. Me and friends would just hang out at sometimes growing up and just play the Pokemon Stadium 1 minigames and just have a blast. I love Stadium 1. Stadium 2 is a better game, but, like, I just grew up with Stadium 1 more, because I didn't own Stadium 2 until much later on in life, until a movie store closed down and I was able to snag a copy of it. But I always owned Stadium 1, and I remember I'd play Stadium 1, especially in the Elite Four and the Gym Leader Castle. I would play it a lot. But yeah. I have beaten Stadium 2, and I've done the Gym Leader Castle. It's much more difficult than in Stadium 1, I'd argue, but it's still a fun time. And I got dominated in the Pokeathlon, and I don't really have a reason to ever come back and play the Pokeathlon again if this video is done, because it's not the best. And Team Victor won. I bet this Victor has finished Sonic Mania. He doesn't even watch these videos, but I'm gonna sneak a diss at him because it's really fun. Twitter bans, what can I say? But yeah, that's the Pokeathlon points. Like the Battle Frontier in previous games, you can get, like, battle points here, you can get Pokeathlete points, and you can get a couple of cool items. I think you can get a Focus Band here, but I might be wrong on that. You can also do online battles with this, or link battles technically, which is really cool. They put a lot of work into this, and I think they expected this to be something really cool, and while I do appreciate the effort, I do think it kind of sucks. I am just furthering Junichi Masuda's, like, theory that kids don't want to play long-term RPGs such as Pokemon and have all these, like, cool post-game events and stuff, because they'd rather be on phones. But Junichi Masuda, please, listen, bring back the Battle Frontier. Give us good post-games again. Instead of just bare-bones stuff. I want fun things, instead of your dumb battle tree, dumb battle towers. I want actual cool stuff. I don't know. I don't have a point what I was going for with that. But that was the Pokeathlon. Then kind of a interesting episode, I guess. But next time on Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver, we're going to be doing our last exploration episode. as we go to the ruins of Alf and learn about the mystery of the unknown, and then we're finally gonna head into Ecruteak City and do some stuff. So I'll see you guys next time for more Pokemon SoulSilver. I almost said Fire Red.